Hello everyone and welcome to this week's content in English 111, College Rhetoric. This week we will be discussing rhetorical analysis and inventing ideas for said rhetorical analysis. So, what exactly are rhetorical analyses? Rhetorical analyses determine why some arguments are persuasive and why some are not. Advertisers, marketers, and public relations agents use them to determine how effective their messages are to the general public, and along with that, how effectively or ineffectively they are at selling you stuff. Historians and rhetoricians use them to study historical documents in order to discern why they were or were not influential. By studying arguments closely, you can understand how others try to persuade you and how you can be more effectively persuasive to others. Now, rhetorical analyses can be written in several different ways, but we'll follow this particular model. In your introduction, you want to identify the subject of your analysis, state your purpose and main point, which of course would be your thesis, and offer some background information on the subject, while also stressing its importance. Then you'll want to explain the rhetorical concepts you will use to analyze the subject. Then you'll set your topic within its historical context. Next, you'll use rhetorical concepts to show why your subject matter is important. And finally, you will conclude by restating your main point and looking to the future. In other words, why does your analysis matter? Now, inventing content for your rhetorical analysis, you'll want to consider how the author's use and highlights of proofs, such as ethos, logos, and pathos, which we discussed last week. Now, logos involves more than just the use of logic. It also involves appealing to someone else's common sense to demonstrate a point. And this comes in a variety of fashions. There is the if-then construction, the either-or construction, cause and effect, costs and benefits, something being better or worse, the use of examples, the use of facts and data, and finally, the use of anecdotes to highlight how something, by affecting certain people, demonstrates something else. Another rhetorical concept that you'll want to analyze in your rhetorical analysis is how ethos is used as authority. Ethos highlights in where the author is using his or her authority or credibility to prove a point, and this again can be done in a number of ways. It can be done through the author's personal experience, her credentials, her good moral character, her appeal to possible other experts, maybe even her identification with the readers and their experiences, an admission of limitations, expression of goodwill, and/or the use of insider language that only the audience would understand. The final rhetorical concept that you'll want to look for is how the author uses pathos or emotions to influence her readers. And this usually involves either the promise of gain, promise of enjoyment, a fear of loss, a fear of pain, or expressions of anger or disgust. And you'll want to pay particular note that analysis with a capital A is the password to this week's reading response. So, when you're getting all your materials together for your rhetorical analysis, first thing you'll want to do is engage in some pre-writing and inventing techniques. Pre-writing actually saves you time because you won't just be staring at a blank screen. It allows you to actively engage with your subject and thus creating less of a writer's block and more of a writer's flow. This helps you figure out what you do or do not know about a topic. You might want to try making a concept map, free writing or brainstorming, and/or creating a storyboard to get your creative juices flowing. Again, sometimes just putting visuals to paper can help you organize your thoughts in a much more cohesive manner. You might also want to use what are called heuristics, which we covered last week. Those are the reporter's questions, the W's and the how's. These will help you ask insightful questions or help you to follow a specific pattern of thinking. You may also want to reflect on your topic through exploratory writing such as blogging or journaling. Remember that it's always important to give yourself enough time to invent your ideas. This allows you to write more effectively and efficiently. As always, if you have any questions or concerns regarding the course materials, please feel free to either email me or post to discussion board. Have a great week.